Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Charlotte. Medieval Mirage is what we're working on. I hope everybody, sorry I just took a sip. I hope everybody is feeling well and doing well. I had to laugh because our very own Terry Clark, her two children are learning to drive, and so she messaged me and she said, "Oh, Charlotte, please send prayers." She's probably a wreck. That was so long ago for me, but yeah, I do remember that. I do. Do you remember this? So Terry, we're all praying for your kids that they'll do the right thing, that they'll listen, they'll be safe on the road, because it's not easy. But it's life, and we all went through it, or we're gonna go through it. So, what do you think? You know what? She is gorgeous right now, just like she is, and this is no ephemera. So I am gonna try really hard not to make her so she's like this. 3 signatures. Do you see that? Aren't they beautiful? Beautiful. I'm in love with this journal, and I don't want to mess her up, because I think just as she is, she's so pretty. But you know, we've got to put stuff in her. It just isn't right not to. I'm not going to leave the cover like this. I am going to put this on the cover, but I think what I'm thinking is I'm going to frame this, and this is going to go up there because these colors are so gorgeous together. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. It's not going to have this because I don't want to cover the cover up. I just want to embellish the cover a little bit. And then if you remember, we spoke about possibly doing an invisible signatures. And I decided not to because I added this gorgeous fabric to the inside, and it would just be so much bulk that I decided not to do that. So let's talk about this for a second. Because I did this all off screen, I definitely want to talk about what I did. We did this cover together. So there's nothing that I did off screen that you could not do. I was talking or thinking about putting buttons on this spine, and I just thought, that's not elegant enough. This is so gorgeous that I didn't do it. I just really thought it would distract, completely take away everything. This is not going to have beads dangling either, although I don't think I could do it. I was going to say I was thinking about doing a tassel. I just don't think that this needs it at all. So let's go back to the very second step after we put the cover on here, for those of you that might be a little upset with me because I didn't do this online. What I did is the exact same thing that I did on the front. So I took this piece of fabric here, as you can see. I cut it to the size that I wanted. Then I took it to the machine and I stitched around the edges, because this really frays a lot. So does the cover fabric fray a lot. So I stitched it, and then I zigzagged it, and then I took the Fabri-Tac and I glued it in. That's all I did. So I did basically the same thing that I did on the cover. I started with the spine and glued out, and then came over and glued out. So that's all I did with this. And then I got my signatures together, 3 signatures. They're full signatures. This is a signature right here. I thought about only doing 2, but I knew it wouldn't be enough. Here is a signature, and here is a signature. So I also thought about doing the signatures together, but y'all put signatures together. So what I did is I took Medieval Mirage papers from this kit, and I glued them back to back, and then I just took, there's vintage papers in here, there's German papers in here. This is a piece of wrapping paper that I just thought would be beautiful in here, and I do really like it. Coffee tea-dyed papers, book pages, music paper, and this is a vintage book page, and then I also used some graph paper. This was from a book right here. This was, you may remember somebody gifted me this. This is a piece of wallpaper, and I'm not going to do anything with this side because I love that. It shows its wallpaper, and I just thought it looks so good with this. It just belonged. Book page, vintage book page, as you can tell by that loveliness there. This is Medieval Mirage, as is this. This somebody sent me. You might remember this. This is what I adore this. Had none, and in one of the packages, it wasn't September. It may have been August or July. This showed up, and I'm it's my absolute favorite. Then we have a dictionary page, and the other side of that, Medieval Mirage. I mean, this is a Medieval Mirage book. And all the signatures, we don't need to go through every one of them, or all three right now. But then I had this piece. Don't you love that? So this is from the kit, the Medieval Mirage kit. Isn't this gorgeous? I'm amazed at what Jarf can do. Look at that. And then I found this in my stash of papers. That was a must. Then I have been hoarding this magazine piece because it just reminded me of Medieval Mirage. And so, yes, that is in there. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. Vintage book page, another book page, another piece of music paper, graph paper, another piece of that Medieval Mirage. Look at how pretty. And then this is a book page. I put it in here because I love the color. I think it's German. I think. Pretty sure. Dictionary page, vintage dictionary page, and you can see all the patina. Gorgeous work from Jarf. That's the center. Been saving this too because it just looks Medieval Mirage. So yes, it's in here. Look at that. Dictionary page. Here's another gorgeous piece of Medieval Mirage. Of course, we will be doing something with this. There is your wrapping paper, music paper, another piece of book page that looks like it just needs to be Medieval Mirage, Medieval Mirage. I mean, look at that, guys. It's stunning. And then the other side of that, and this is the other side of the signature. This signature here with the peacocks, just gorgeous. And then look at this. I mean, Jarf, come on, girl. You were really on it when you did this. So beautiful. Book page. Not going to cover this up either. This is a German ad page. Love that. And you can write on that if you want, but I just really like it. Dictionary page, pretty heavy paper. And I couldn't tell you what year that's from. Music page. I think this might be Italian. This is also a jar from the same kit. Here's another piece of wallpaper. I do not have any more of this. I loved it. And look at the back. I mean, come on. Charming. And if you really, really needed space, you could write in the border here or you could write over that. But just really, really pretty. Book page, coffee tea dye page, a vintage book page. Here's, again, Medieval Mirage. There's collage work on this. This was gifted to me, this Echo paper. Sorry, I don't remember where I got that. the Sanity of Art vintage page, another vintage, lots of vintage book pages in this book. Look at this. This screams Medieval Mirage to me. Absolutely belongs in here. Echo page. Here's the other side of the collage page, book page. I mean, you get the gist. You see what I've done here. This is the back side of the wallpaper. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at them. What is not to love? So this is the last signature. There, you can see there is so much in here. This book, as it is, will lie flat. And I'm in love with that. But Jarf's kits have so much ephemera that, yes, we have to do ephemera. So that's what we're going to work on today, is we are going to do some ephemera. I was thinking about putting eyelets on that book to close it, but I'm not going to. It's just going to have a tie around it. Because I don't want to put any more into that gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. So what do I have? I've got this envelope, but I don't want to leave it like this. So we might take some of Jarf's work, because I can always print off more, and cover the inside of this. You're not going to be seeing this down here, so I'm not going to cut it off. That's going to flip up. So I think we're going to do that. Maybe we should do that and let this dry while we work on something else. Yeah, why don't we do that? Okay. We need to get this done so we can start another. And I have to say, I think I'm going to go through my stash of Jarf's papers that I've got and add. You know how I love to mix it up. I'm always saying how you can mix and match all the pages from her kits, because you can. It's easy to do. Everything seems to go together. I hope I'm not making a mistake by not having cut this, but let's see if we can get this. Probably should have thought of cutting the side off, but not going to worry about it. I'm not. I was attracted to this kit not only for its beauty. I mean, I've never found a Jarf kit yet, Medieval Mirage, that wasn't gorgeous. But one of my favorite things to do with her kits, and of course I've got a clog, is to mix them. Mix them all up, because in reality, when you are finished, you can't tell the difference. You can't tell what was a kit and what didn't go. So on that note, everyone, how are you? This is Tuesday. My husband took one of our grandsons to a movie. The other grandson didn't want to go. And the other family is on their way home from California. They went up to San Diego to the beach, and then they went to Universal Studios. And I'm sure they're sad to have to leave. But that's life. That is life. I have begun packing up all your winnings. I'm having a terrible time finding a box for Sherry. So I'm probably going to have to get a hold of something and cut that down, which is my least favorite thing to do, but it is what I usually end up having to do. Is what it is. Just like everything else in life, it is what it is. I remember the other day we were talking about movies. Have y'all seen any good movies? And then I think I got sidetracked. I don't know. I can't remember. So I'm going to just kind of go where I left off. We had watched a movie, When a Stranger Calls. Yeah, I think I told you about that. It was really good. Carried basically by one person, which is fun. And if y'all, do y'all like Alfred Hitchcock? Oh, he was always my favorite, always. If you go back to one of the absolute originals, do you like romance, love story, love stories? Try to find the movie Rebecca by Alfred Hitchcock. I think there was a remake not that long ago. I can't remember if I watched the remake. If I did, there's no way I liked it as much as the original. Not anywhere close. Just such a really, really good movie. And of course, October is the month if you like suspense or spook. If you like the spooky movies, this is the month for you. I can remember years ago when there were so many really good spooky movies on TV. And now it's like they play the same thing over and over and over again every year. It's like Halloween, which I adore that movie. I really do. I like it a lot. But runs on a continuous loop all day long. And it's like, really, guys? You know, come on. There's so much out there. That's the best you can do. And then, oh, I can get into the Abbott and Costello, like Abbott and Costello and Frankenstein. Oh, it's just funny, cute. Fantastic special effects for the time. Now, y'all remember this. I'm sitting here talking to you, doing this, and at the same time thinking, do I want to ink? And you know what? I think I'm going to ink. I'm not going to ink all of this, okay? Just know. And I may not ink because I'm not finding my inks right now. I see the dauber. Is it a dauber or is it a dabber? Because you dab the ink on. But I can't find the ink pad. So we may just be out of luck. Oh, I had something sitting right on top of it. That's why I couldn't find it. Crazy, crazy girl. Okay, this is my latest discovery. It's probably been around forever and ever and ever, but just came to me. I had showed you this before. When I have to fold something, I find the back of my ruler. I just line it up. It's just the easiest way for me to do this. And then if I'm going to ink, what could be easier than this? Not much. Not much at all. This works for me. So, then of course we need a thingy, which I don't have. I know I've got two of them sitting here. Guys, I have just been, I wanted to finish my Artie Maze. Got it done. And I have so much here, like I'm always telling you. Karen Billinger sent something for September's giveaway, and I have not received it. I'm really worried about that. I hate to have that happen to anybody. And so I'm looking for it, hoping, just hoping, you know, it's out of the country, so you never really know what could be held up in customs, although I can't imagine why it would be, but you just don't know. So Karen, if you're watching, I am hoping beyond hope that it shows up. Better late than never. Okay, so isn't that going to be just beautiful? And when you look inside, look what you're going to see. It's really, really pretty. Really pretty. So I guess while I've got this like this, I know I hate to put y'all through this, but I know I don't much care to sit and watch inking, but it is part of the process. I know there are some makers that don't ink anymore, And I think that's wonderful, but I happen to like the effect. It just depends on what I'm doing. There are no inked pages that I've put in the book. Oh, that reminds me. Okay, one of the things I wanted to say about the, let me grab the journal. I used a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. One of the reasons I did not do these on camera is because with this fabric, when you poke your holes, you can't find your holes. They're gone. Your weave closes up and it's impossible to find it on the inside on this fabric, and it's impossible on the outside to see it. So I struggled. It took me a very long time to get those 3 signatures in, and I had to work on my lap. I could not work on the table because I couldn't see. And I was constantly putting the awl in. And then I had to put pins in where the holes were, because when I'm threading the signatures in, I would lose the holes. So that was a disaster, but I didn't do anything with that I don't do in any other journal. So the next time that we do a paper journal or not something with fabric like that, we'll do the signatures in camera for those of you that maybe you're new and you've never done that before. So I get it, I know. But that one wasn't believe me, you wouldn't have wanted to sit through how long it took me to sew 3 signatures in that journal, because I just could not see where the holes were. Yeah, so that is why it was done off camera, guys. I don't want you to misunderstand when I say we're doing this start to finish. I wanted to come back and just really explain it to you so that you would know. All right, I'm thinking that is the way it's supposed to be, so let's give her a really, really nice crease. And I wanted to light my candle. It smells so good. I need to go get a votive. I know I've got a little votive somewhere. I wanted to light my candle, but around all this paper, I don't trust myself. So that is why you don't see that. But I really, really would like to clean up and light my candle. I see some other makers sit there with really gorgeous candles, and they're in really, really pretty votives. And I'm sitting there thinking, I don't know how you don't burn the place down. Their places are clean. They don't look like this. So that makes a really big difference too. Guys, I'm a floral designer, for those of you that are new and you don't know. And if you know anything about that industry, we work in chaos. There's leaves, stems, dead flowers, broken flowers, all on your feet that you're stepping on, all on your table. I mean, you'll have buckets of flowers, buckets of greenery, and I call it working in chaos because it is chaotic. And so this is me, and usually I know where everything is. Don't hold me to that, because there's been many times when, if I go to put something away or I go to organize, then I can never find anything. I never can. Okay, but at some point in time, you have no choice. You have to do that. You can't just leave it because it piles up and piles up and piles up. I still have some Halloween to the left of me, and I'm not doing Halloween anymore. I told that to Sherry, and I think Sherry was sad to hear that, and I'm like, this window is so short that if you don't have your Halloween ready before October, once October hits, I'm not, it's done. It's over, because people are decorating. It's just, to me, it's over. Y'all, do you feel like that, or is it maybe it's just me? It's like on to the next thing, which is fall. And then before you know it, it seems like once Halloween comes and goes, up go the Christmas trees. And there's not a whole big window for fall either. And what am I doing? Am I doing this way, or am I okay, yes, this is right. So, yeah, I mean, it's just sad. Sad, sad, sad. If you are on Instagram and you saw what I posted when Dana and I last weekend went to Ivy and Sage, I made a couple purchases. I found some things for the grandkids for Christmas, and I went up to the checkout and I was talking to the guy there, and I said, you know, I bet you next month you're putting Christmas up. And he says, yeah. And I said, you know, the sad thing is this is such a beautiful, beautiful time of year, and yet it's so short. And he agreed with me. You know, when you, I mean, because it is, you have to figure we've got 3 really, really big holidays in a row. So October, November, and December, and then it's a new year. So a lot is going on, and there's just, it comes and it goes really fast. So I think, I keep saying every year in July I'm going to start creating for Halloween. But when it's 115 outside, that's the last thing you feel like. You don't want to pull bones out. You don't want ghosts and goblins, because it's just too hot, and I can't get my mind to go there. So I'm going to have to force myself. We have a gorgeous envelope here. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful, courtesy of Medieval Mirage. Then there were a couple corner pieces. This one here, Jarf is really, really good at giving you pieces like this that you can use. And so I had put this on heavy cardstock yesterday. So I think they're a little bit too long this way, which is not a problem because we can always cut that off. We're just going to have to see if we want to use these. And then I took and I put some, when I was gathering for the signatures, I had this vintage paper. I really, really wanted to use this as a signature, but I found when I folded it, it was cracking all over the place. You can see, I mean, look at, that's not going to hold up for anything. So I went ahead and I created, I think, 2, let's see, how many do I have? This is 1, okay, I've got 4. So let's cut these out. Aren't they so pretty? But yeah, I was really, love the patina on the back, so this I will not cover. But I was so disappointed because it was a map of like the old world, and you can see here was a palace, but you couldn't use it. So I'm like, you know, I can sit here and I can be upset, or I can just kind of use it and move on. And so I used it, and we're moving on, because there's no point in staying in that upset space. That's not going to get me anywhere. It's not going to make this paper bend and do what I want it to do. So moving on. I mean, I can stay there and be all sad and miserable, but why? When I can be happy, I'm still using it, right? Then I thought about tearing it with the ruler. Maybe we'll tear the other 2 with the ruler. Let's see what happens. These 2 I'm cutting. I thought about maybe using them as pockets, but you know what, guys? I could, but you know what? This is vintage paper. I don't know how old it is, but it's old. And with that patina, why do I want to do that? Why? It should be enjoyed. So no, we're not going to make pockets out of this, because we've just ruined the paper for nothing then. So, oh, it tears nice. And I like the edge. Okay, we've got 2 that are done pretty sharp. And then we've got 2. I'm going to have to do the bottoms, but look at that. Can you all see what I'm talking about there? So cool. So we will go ahead and clip this. Just because I left the border on, I don't want that white. And then we will play with this one and see what we get. It's not, I wouldn't really call it brittle. I'm not sure what I would call this, but not good enough for a signature because you wouldn't want it to come apart. And I think, yeah, I think I'm going to leave that just because I'm not going to tear this because I love these ladies. I don't want to do that. And then I think I'm going to, let's grab my, let's see what we want to do here. I think I will. No, that's too big. Do we like that? Yeah, I think we do. So these are going to be tags, not pockets. Jarf gives you so much to play with. Guys, you know, just go check out her shop and just click on something that you see that you think is beautiful. And then just go look at how full. And then there's usually another section that has add-ons, and that just is just amazing. Okay, this should be, yeah, round. I think that's too small. We'll go for the bigger one. Yeah, that's much better. And I think we are going to go ahead and ink these. So we've got 2 with rounded corners, 2 with straight corners, and we'll just ink them a little bit. I just think that that paper will show up. I think we've already been on 30 minutes. Yeah, just a little bit. We don't have to do a lot of inking. Just a little bit. So what's on your desk, guys? What are you doing? Are you doing anything? Look at that. Oh, what a yummy color. Look at how that vintage paper takes that ink. Look at that. You'll see that. Yeah, I won't destroy this by creating pockets out of these. What a complete and utter waste that would be. So I'm going to grab the book and let's check those corners out and see if we want to use those corners. Time's going by so fast. I don't feel like we got much done, but we did get to sit and talk a little bit. I can ink those later. There's no point in you sitting while I'm doing that. Let's do something fun. So what do we have here? Another envelope. You saw me do one. I can do this offline. Then we've got these. I think here is a card, I think was from Tammy. I'm going to repurpose this in that journal because I just think it's gorgeous. So let's play with these and see if we want these in this journal. See, wouldn't this just be so pretty in here? Yeah, I've got to use it. Okay. I don't think it's something, we've got a pocket right here. I will probably put something on here. We've got a pocket here. I don't know that we need a pocket right off the beginning page. See how it's a little bit long? It's See that? But we could cut that off. We could do an up pocket. You know what? That's really kind of pretty, isn't it? So why don't we do that, guys? This pattern doesn't really go any particular way. And I'm thinking, let's tear this so it's not so even. Let's see if this fits. Let me get my... Also, I'm thinking about lace. I think I'm going to put some lace in here, but I don't want a lot because I don't want a humongous alligator mouth. Now, did I just do that? Did I cut too much off of that, or are we good? I think we're going to be good. Yep. So I think we're going to put this here. What do y'all think? Do you like that? I think I like that. And then I've got another idea that just came to me. So let's see. Let's see, we want to go the two sides. It's two straight sides only with my crooked glue line. And then I'm going to turn our journal this way. And get this down. And I'm not going to go all the way over just in case I decide to come back and possibly do a little bit of lace on that edge. I'm not planning on it, but you know, you never know what you're going to want. But I'm thinking Medieval Mirage has a lot of beauties in here. Let me see if they're... I'll show you what I mean. Some of these I have reprinted. So if you, and then I was running out of ink, as you can see. Okay, this was not what I was after. So where are you? Beauties like this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. So I was thinking, isn't this just the prettiest kit? I was thinking maybe, let me see, I still have some pages that I need to print. And then there's this. Look at this. So, look at this here. Wish y'all could tell me. I was thinking maybe putting one of them on there. I think these are too big. Let me see if my punch, I think my punch will work. Let's pick a beauty out. Let's pick one out. I'm thinking her with the pink, or she's really pretty. All right, let's see what we got. Let's go with this and hope I can punch this out. Sometimes this does not like copy paper. Do y'all ever have that trouble? It does not want to do what it's supposed to do. See, and this is the day it doesn't want to do it. See what it does? It gets stuck. And I don't know if I just need a new punch. But, yeah, it is giving me some grief. So let's see if I can... No matter how closely you follow the line, it never looks as good as if you punch it with a punch. It's never perfectly round. So what do y'all think? I think so, don't you? Without it, with it. I think we're going to do it, but I think we're going to... Well, we are not getting much done. Now I don't know where my dauber is. Okay, I think there's enough on it. just so that she will stand out against that white background. That's all I'm looking for. So I think when I turn the camera off, if y'all don't mind, I'm going to keep working because we do want to get this done. Oh, what do you think? Isn't she's beautiful. Could back her with something, but I don't think we really need it. So let's get her on here. Beverly should be home by now. Hopefully there was no snow. She had to come over the mountains. Been thinking about her. What do you think? And then, let's see if our envelope will fit in there. It's probably not going to stay there, but if I put it in here, I won't lose sight of it, and it will not fit. No, just a little bit too tight. So that is not going to work. All right, guys, we have been, I think, several minutes, but I do like that. Maybe we can find towards I think this is how I'm going to work this book, a little bit in the front and a little bit in the back, and that might keep me from making such a gator mouth. So to protect that, let's put that under there. We've got a pocket here. Not messing with that, not messing with this, or this, which is so good. This is going to have a tag. Then we've got this gorgeous piece, not going to touch that. So we have this here. So where's our other corner? Let's see what we can do. We can do that. What do y'all think? That's pretty because there's really not a whole lot going on there. Do you agree? We're going to do it, and then I'm going to say goodbye, and then we've done something anyway, right? So I'm going to tear just the tiniest bit of corner off of here. Let's see if this will fit, and then if it does, you know, I'm going to do the woo, woo, woo. Right like that. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, I don't know where that came from. Gotta excuse me. Oh my goodness, Charlotte. Putting glue, I may be off camera. Putting glue on the two sides. And then, let's go for it. Just like that. Don't want it too close into the spine. Just like that. That's just right there, which is okay. Keep my fingers on this for the second it's going to take me to cap off my glue, so I don't come back and say, oh, look what I did. And then I don't know, do we want a beauty on here? I don't know that we need one. These are so pretty. I don't think so, but we do have, look at this, guys. Look at this one. Grab this here. Look at this. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Well, I just think I will. I think I will. I think I will. Okay, what's it gonna be? To me, it's between this one and this one. So let's just roughly get an idea what we're looking at here. This one or this one with the rose. So let me take off just a little bit of this and not go so fast that, I mean, I've got to come back and clean it up because I'm not really fussy cutting that well right here. But so we'll come clean it up. Oh my goodness, I already like that. I can tell you that right now. That is absolutely stunning. And let's see what this one will look like. And then I'm going to say sayonara. Okay. You have been fantastic company today. Thank you, thank you. Which way does this go? Does it matter? I want to say it goes like that. What do y'all think? I love that. I think I will. She is beautiful, but oh my goodness, nope. This, look at, I'm going to leave it there. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to cut that. I'm going to go ahead and ink it. I'm going to ink the other two tags, and I'm just going to kind of go through a lot of the ephemera add-ons that Jarve has, put them together, and then we will put them in the book together. I'm just going to work on the pieces without you because there's folded up envelopes, there's see-through envelopes and tags. So I'll get that going off camera. I'm going to say hugs and love to each and every one of you. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. Please let me have a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. We did 45 minutes, guys. Hugs. Bye.